Once upon a time, a hare met a tortoise on a dusty road. The sun was high, casting long shadows on the path, and the air was filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. The hare, with his sleek fur and powerful legs, was known far and wide for his incredible speed. He could dart through the forest like a flash of lightning, leaving everyone else far behind. The tortoise, on the other hand, was small and slow, with a hard shell and a steady, deliberate pace. Despite their differences, they often crossed paths on this dusty road. The hare, known for his speed, laughed at the tortoise's slow, steady walk. He found it amusing that the tortoise would even consider traveling the same road as him. "Look at you," the hare chuckled. "Moving at a snail's pace? How do you ever expect to get anywhere?"
Oh, Tortoise, you move so slowly. It's almost painful to watch. I could take a nap and still beat you to the end of this road. Whatever makes you think you could win a race? You must be dreaming if you think you can outrun me. I'm the fastest animal in the forest.
The tortoise, though small and slow, was known for his wisdom. He had seen many things in his long life and understood that speed wasn't everything. He knew that patience and perseverance could often win the day. With a calm and steady gaze, he looked at the hare, unperturbed by the mocking laughter. He smiled calmly at the hare's taunts. "You may be fast," he said, "but speed isn't the only thing that matters. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race."
We may be different, but let's have a race. Let's see who can reach the end of this road first. It will be a fair competition, and we will see who truly has what it takes. We will see who wins. The challenge was set, and the terms were clear. Both the hare and the tortoise prepared themselves for the race, each confident in their own way.
The hare, surprised by the challenge, accepted immediately. He couldn't believe the tortoise would dare to challenge him, but he was eager to prove his superiority. "This will be over in no time," he thought to himself. He was sure he would win. With a smug expression, he lined up at the starting line, ready to dash off at a moment's notice. His confidence was unshakable, and he couldn't wait to show off his speed. The news of the race spread quickly through the forest. Animals of all kinds, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals, gathered to watch the spectacle. The excitement was palpable, and everyone was eager to see the outcome of this unusual race. Animals gathered to watch, curious to see the outcome. They whispered among themselves, speculating about who would win. Some believed in the hare's speed, while others had faith in the tortoise's determination. A wise old owl was chosen as the judge. Perched on a high branch, the owl watched over the proceedings with a serious expression. He was known for his fairness and wisdom, and everyone trusted him to oversee the race impartially. The owl called for silence, then shouted,
"Ready, set, go!"
The hare shot off in a blur of white fur. The animals cheered, amazed by his speed. The tortoise, on the other hand, began his journey with slow, determined steps. The hare was confident and proud. He ran far ahead, leaving the tortoise behind in a cloud of dust.
I have plenty of time. That tortoise is nowhere in sight.
He lay down under a shady tree and quickly fell asleep. The tortoise, meanwhile, never stopped. He continued his slow and steady pace, never giving up. The sun rose higher in the sky. The animals watched in anticipation as the tortoise slowly but surely neared the finish line. Suddenly, the hare awoke. He saw with horror that the tortoise was about to cross the finish line. He jumped up and ran as fast as he could, but it was too late. The tortoise had won. The animals cheered for the tortoise, who had proven that slow and steady wins the race. The hare, ashamed and embarrassed, learned a valuable lesson that day. The fable of the tortoise and the hare teaches us two important things. First, it shows the dangers of overconfidence. The hare, though naturally talented, lost the race because he underestimated his opponent. Second, it highlights the power of hard work and perseverance. Even though the tortoise was slower, his determination and constant effort led him to victory. The story reminds us that even those who seem weaker can achieve great things with dedication. Section 5. Was the race really fair? A question of skills. The story of the tortoise and the hare is a classic, but it also makes us think, was the race really fair? On the surface, it seems like a simple tale of perseverance versus overconfidence. But when we dig deeper, we start to see the complexities involved.
The hare was clearly much faster than the tortoise. His speed was unmatched, and he could cover large distances in a matter of seconds. This natural ability gave him a significant advantage right from the start. He was born with a natural talent for speed. His muscular legs and agile body were built for running. This innate skill made him a formidable competitor in any race that prioritized speed.
The tortoise, on the other hand, had to work much harder to cover the same distance. Every step was a challenge, and he had to rely on his determination and persistence to keep moving forward. His journey was not just about speed, but about overcoming obstacles and enduring hardships.
Some might say the race was unfair because it only focused on one skill, speed. But what if the race had included other elements like navigating difficult terrain or enduring long distances? Would the outcome have been the same? The tortoise's strength, his endurance, and steady pace were not considered as important. Yet these qualities are crucial in many real-life situations. Endurance, patience, and the ability to keep going despite challenges are often more valuable than sheer speed.
Perhaps if the race had been longer or had different challenges, the outcome might have been different. In life, we often face a variety of challenges that require different skills. It's not always the fastest who succeed, but those who can adapt, endure, and keep moving forward. So, was the race really fair, or was it just a reflection of one particular skill set? The answer might depend on how we define success and what we value most in our journeys. Section 6. A new kind of competition: strength meets endurance. Imagine a race where the hare and the tortoise had to face different obstacles, not just a simple sprint or a slow and steady walk, but a true test of their physical and mental capabilities. What if they had to run up a steep hill, swim across a river, and navigate through a dense forest? Each segment of the race would challenge different aspects of their abilities. Imagine the hare, known for his incredible speed, having to slow down and carefully plan his moves to avoid exhaustion, and the tortoise, with his steady pace, finding new ways to push his limits. This kind of race would test not only speed, but also strength, endurance, and strategy. It would be a competition where every skill counts and every decision matters. The hare, with his speed, might still excel in the sprint, but he would need to conserve energy for the other challenges. The tortoise's endurance would give him an advantage in the long climb and the swim. His ability to maintain a steady pace would be crucial in overcoming these obstacles. This kind of race would be a more balanced competition, allowing both the hare and the tortoise to utilize their unique skills. It would be a true test of who can adapt and overcome, rather than just who is the fastest. In such a race, preparation and strategy would be as important as physical ability. Competitors would need to train for a variety of challenges, ensuring they are ready for anything the course throws at them. Training would involve not just running, but also swimming, climbing, and even mental exercises to stay focused and calm under pressure. It would be a holistic approach to fitness and competition. The race would highlight the importance of versatility and resilience. It would show that true strength lies in the ability to face and overcome a variety of challenges. In the end, it wouldn't just be about who crosses the finish line first, but about who has the strength, endurance, and strategy to complete the race. This is where strength truly meets endurance. Section 7. The tortoise's true victory beyond the finish line. The tortoise's victory is not just about crossing the finish line first. It's about staying true to his own strengths, even when others doubted him. The tortoise reminds us that success is not always about being the fastest or the strongest, but about working hard and never giving up. His story inspires us to embrace our own unique abilities, even if they seem small or insignificant. It encourages us to keep moving forward, one step at a time, towards our goals. Section 8. The hare's second chance, learning from mistakes. The hare, despite his loss, also teaches us an important lesson. We all make mistakes, and sometimes our overconfidence can lead to our downfall. But the hare's story reminds us that it's never too late to learn from our mistakes and try again. Perhaps, after the race, the hare decided to train harder, to learn from the tortoise's perseverance. He might have even challenged the tortoise to a rematch, this time with a newfound respect for his opponent. Section 9. Slow and steady wins the race, but a little speed helps too. The Fable of the Tortoise and the Hare is a story with timeless lessons. It teaches us about the importance of hard work, the dangers of overconfidence, and the value of perseverance. It also reminds us that everyone has their own strengths and that true success comes from embracing those strengths and using them to overcome challenges. So, the next time you see a race, remember the tortoise and the hare. Remember that slow and steady wins the race, but a little speed, combined with humility and respect for your opponent, can also take you far.